Hello, my name is Lincoln, Program Director here at P3C Pro. Today, I want to discuss goal setting. Now, as every new year approaches, New Year's resolutions and setting new goals is on the forefront of many people's minds. Why? We want to step into the new year with our best foot forward. In many ways, that is accomplished by setting a goal that we want to accomplish within this upcoming year. Now, you can go on the internet or scroll social media and you can find tips and tricks of how to set and achieve your goals. So the information that I shared today may not be much different than what you have heard already, but I want to give what I think may be just a slightly different perspective that hopefully can help you take a look at how you're approaching this new year, and maybe you can kind of decide what direction you want to go. So to start, before we actually set a goal, the first thing you want to know is, where are you trying to go in life? You want to have a vision of who you could be if everything in life went perfect. So you want to imagine yourself as your ideal self. Who is this person? Where are you living? Do you have a career? If so, what is your career? Do you have a family? What have you accomplished? This should be the peak of who you could be. You want to envision yourself as someone who has achieved everything that you have ever dreamed that you could possibly achieve. So when you have imagined this, and I would actually recommend writing down, where do you actually want to live? What type of house do you want to live in? Do you have a family? What do your relationships look like? What does your health look like? Health is something that is vitally important for living a high quality life. When you have an idea of this, and again, I would recommend writing it down, get a feel for the aura that this person exudes. And when you have a really good understanding of who they are, now look in the mirror. Who are you now? What is missing from this person? And be honest. Are you anything close to this person? And give yourself like a realistic view. Okay, so let's say you're down here. This is your current self. This is your future self. If everything goes according to plan. You see here, there's a gap. What is missing? What is missing between who you could be and who you are currently? Now, this is where professionals in any industry make their money. Okay, so let's say this could be an individual or this could be a business. Everybody has an idea of where they're trying to go. So professionals make money by acquiring the skills required to get a person or industry from their current self to their future and ideal self. So again, this is why you want to be realistic, because you can just imagine that your life is as perfect as it could be. And to be honest, if you love your life and if you feel like that you have no improvements to be made, shut this video off. You don't need to go any further. But for many of us, we do want to achieve more and we want to continue to grow and progress. Who is that ideal self? And then self-reflection. Without self-reflection, we have no way of making progress. So once we have this gap, now let's say, okay, what do we need to become this person? Do we need to make more money? Because when you make more money, you have more resources. Resources can buy the professional that you need to go from here to here. Or do you need to learn a skill to go from here to here? And most of the time, you're going to have different elements in life. Again, you can have health, we'll just put an H. You can have career, you can have family. So when you have an understanding of what your ideal life looks like in each of these categories, and again, feel free to add any category that you may think of that I've missed, but what is it going to take to get from current to ideal? And these are the structures that need to be in place. Think of this as, you can think of it as a bridge. You can think of this as a skyscraper to go from where you are now to elevate to that next level. What structures need to be in place? What skills do you need to either learn or do you need to hire? So do you need more money? If you need more money, what is missing from your career that is preventing you from buying the professional, from buying the coach that is going to get you from here to here? And if you need to learn something new in your work life, that's a skill. Maybe you can just learn the skill, like let's say health, for example. Let's say your ideal self is 40 pounds lighter than your current self. Now, rather than setting the goal to be 40 pounds lighter, and this is where I see that, and I have as well personally, made a mistake when trying to set goals, is I set the goal as my vision rather than having my vision simply be a vision. Because if we are creating this ultimate self, it could take years to become this person. And honestly, if we set our standards high enough, we may never actually achieve it. But as we are striving to achieve that ultimate self, we will undoubtedly continue to grow and make progress day after day, year after year. So let's say, again, 40 pounds. Is this ideal self? Now, rather than saying I want to lose 40 pounds, because when you go on a weight loss journey and you struggle, you start to lose confidence in your ability to accomplish something. So rather than saying I want to lose 40 pounds as a goal, that can be a part of your vision, but maybe not the goal, you decide what I need to really do is I need to learn how to count calories. I'm really good at working out, but I've never learned how to diet. So you need to learn maybe how to count calories and maybe how to start eating foods that your body actually enjoys. So your goal now, rather than your goal being I want to lose 40 pounds, your goal becomes I want to learn how to count calories. And that goal is much easier than losing 40 pounds. And the benefit of learning the skill is once you learn that skill, you grow in confidence in not only your ability to become this person that you are striving to become, but you gain confidence in your ability to learn new skills. And when you gain confidence in your ability to learn skills, it translates into every element in life. And when you're able to gain that confidence, you're like, hey, I can learn how to count calories. Now, maybe for your career, you need to learn how to operate a new system. You're like, well, I learned this, so I know if I can learn this, I also have the ability to learn this. All you have to do is copy and paste what it took to learn it. Now, obviously, you're going to have to learn something different, but what was the amount of commitment and dedication that it took for this thing? You can now apply that same discipline and that same how-to learn this skill. And then you have that skill, you're like, well, how do I become a better person for either my kids or for my spouse? You know, obviously learning to count calories and learning to be a good husband or wife or father or mother are totally different realms of life, but it gives you the ability to learn something new to apply to your life to become better. And so then this is now where your goals come in. Rather than your goals being your vision, like I want to earn a certain amount of money. So rather than saying I want to earn a set amount of money, what skills do I need to learn to increase my value? And then you learn that skill. And then you set the skill as the goal. And as you continue to learn more skills, then you increase your value to either a business, or if you run your own business, to other individuals or other businesses. So once you start setting goals as skills to learn rather than as your long-term vision, you reduce kind of the anxiety that can be found in failure, and it can increase your confidence as you take on those small steps that will build you step by step to where you're trying to go. Now, at the foundation of all of this, where you find stability emotionally and mentally, and where you really build these skills, comes through your habits and routines. I'm not going to discuss habits and routines in this video, I will in another. But once you set those goals, then the next step is to set the habits and routines to achieve those goals. But what I really want you to think about as we head into this new year is, rather than I want to lose 40 pounds, or I want to make a set amount of money, or I want to find a boyfriend or girlfriend, or whatever it may be, what skills can I begin to learn that are going to help me become the person that I know I can be?